Both series are evened up between Philadelphia, Miami, Dallas, and Phoenix 2-2. Very glad those series are evened up because they looked like they could have got a hand with Embiid. Well, not playing the first two games. I thought he was playing in game 3, but he got cleared. He played. They won. The Sixers did get fined for that. 'Cause they violated the injury reporting protocols. It's whatever. No one's gonna really care about that. They played good enough tonight to win again. Danny Green was great in game 3. Had 7 threes. But tonight was James Harden. Turning back the clock. He was making those threes. 6 for 8, 8 for 18 from the field in general. Of course, he got to the line and beat with like 24 and 11. Yeah, we got a series. Very glad we have a series. Phoenix and Dallas too. Now the difference between this game was Dallas, they made a lot of threes. I mean a lot of them. And they had a lot of guys in double figures tonight. Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans, Luka, who else? Jalen Brunson. Like, they got it from just about everyone. Luka didn't have the greatest game, still had a great game, but it wasn't what you saw in games 1 and 2. And that's fine, because obviously when more guys are scoring, when more guys are involved, they're winning. That's the formula. Like, it is not sustainable for Luka to put up 40, 10, and whatever for them to win games. It's not. What he had tonight, that can get it done. Some guys are performing like that consistently. He could save himself on defense, offense, whatever. It's a lot better for them to win the way they are winning in these last 2 games compared to them trying to win the first 2. A lot better. When it comes to officiating, not the biggest fan of some of the fouls they had on Chris Paul and some of the flopping going on from Devin Booker and Luka Doncic. But if they rewarded, like, if the refs rewarded, that's what's going to happen. They're going to make those calls. So, yeah, not too fancy about it, but Chris Paul didn't have a good game. Fouled out. I believe only had like around 5 and 5. Just wasn't his night, really. Just wasn't his night. He's coming off 2 really bad games. Last game he had like more turnovers and field goals made, so been a rough stretch, but they should be better back in Phoenix. Phoenix still should be able to win this series, because even though Dallas has looked good in these last 2 games, like they had a lot going for them to win. Like Chris Paul playing like absolute shit in game 3, and then him fouling out in game 4. Those are big things, and they didn't get blown out. Now those games could have become blowouts, but being that Phoenix was able to stay in it, I'm still confident in Phoenix winning this series. But I'm glad Dallas was able to steal a couple of games. Did not look like he was gonna be able to steal some games at all after games 1 and 2. So looking forward to that. Ja is injured. Ja Morant, he is injured. He will not be playing in game 4 of Memphis and Golden State. Didn't make a video on that game because they got blown out. I mean, Ja did have 30. They still lost by 30. And the Warriors, they just couldn't miss from 3 that night either. So, yeah, he's not playing. Was the play by Jordan Poole dirty? No. I don't think, that little grab or whatever you want to say he did to his knee is going to be able to cause any injury. I really don't think so. Has it been, some dirty plays by a lot of players, though, in this series? Absolutely. You can say it's the playoffs, it's getting chippy. Like some weird comments made by a Memphis sports reporter, for the local area. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff, a lot of chippy stuff going on in this series. But hopefully they're able to seal a game without Ja. Series is 2-1. Memphis Grizzlies have won a lot of games without Ja Morant this year. Dylan Brooks has already served his 1-game suspension. So hopefully they're able to seal the game. Ja's able to come back in game 5 and we have an interesting series. When it comes to the controversial call in the Celtics-Bucks game, Drew Holiday said to himself, yeah, maybe we got lucky. I'm going to say they got lucky with that call, but Giannis was great. And the Celtics can't complain too much, really, because like over the last stretch, last 16 minutes of the game, Celtics shot like 17 free throws. Milwaukee didn't shoot any. So, can't be too mad at it, really, and I really don't care, because it is the Boston Celtics after all. Giannis did have a 40 burger on them, which is Giannis things. I mean, he is the best player in the world. I don't know why it's so hard for people to admit that for some odd reason. Like, I just don't get it, why folks have a hard time admitting he's the best player in the world. And there's also some weird stuff when it came to the MVP voting apparently being it's already been leaked. But like on the NBA website, for a few minutes at a time, it did have it as Joel Embiid being the MVP and non-MVP finalist. Just based on the votes that got leaked earlier a few weeks ago, it is going to Nikola Jokic. I wanted to be Embiid. I thought it would be Embiid because of the narrative and Nikola Jokic already having one last year, but they decided to give it to Nikola Jokic again. I've said this multiple times. I don't think it's a good look for them to be giving the award to, and the MVP is not playing meaningful basketball games in the playoffs. I know it's a regular season award, but it taints the award's image and prestige when they get their award and they're not playing playoff basketball. It really does. What else to talk about? Yeah, we'll talk about Monday's games and quick picks for them. I got Boston evening up the series in Milwaukee, having that 2-2. I believe Memphis lose a close game against Golden State without Ja playing, and Dylan Brooks coming back off suspension, and that will be 3-1. When it comes to making more dedicated Lakers content, I will do that. Probably at the end of the playoffs, or if there's an announcement, urgent announcement. It's just been rumors. And the big rumors floating around right now is the head coaching search. Devin Ham is the guy I would like them to pick from Milwaukee. I mean, good staff. They won a championship last year. Why not? Do not want them to pick up Terry Stotts or Mark Jackson at all. Don't care for it. But I'll make, Lakers content after this season. And without the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe. I'm out.